8086 is a 16-bit microprocessor and was designed in 1978 by Intel. Unlike 8085, an 8086 microprocessor has 20-bit address bus. Thus, it is able to access 2 to the power 20, that is 1 MB address in the memory. As we know that a microprocessor performs arithmetic and logical operations, and an 8086 microprocessor is able to perform these operations with 16-bit data in one cycle. Hence, it is a 16-bit processor. Thus, the size of the data bus is 16-bit as it can carry 16-bit data at a time. The architecture of 8086 microprocessor is very much different from that of 8085 microprocessor. We have already discussed the introduction to the microprocessor and 8085 microprocessor in detail. So let us now proceed further and understand the architecture and working of 8086 microprocessor. The most prominent feature of a 8086 microprocessor are as follows. It has an instruction queue which is capable of storing 6 instruction bytes from the memory, resulting in faster processing. It was the first 16-bit processor having a 16-bit ALU, 16-bit registers, internal data bus and 16-bit external data bus, resulting in faster processing. It is available in 3 versions based on the frequency of operation. 8086 with 5 MHz, 8086-2 with 8 MHz of clock frequency, 8086-1 with 10 MHz. It uses 2 stages of pipelining, that is, fetch stage and execute stage, which improves the performance. Fetch stage can prefetch up to 6 bytes of instruction and store them in the queue. Execution stage execute these instructions. It has 256 vectored interrupts and it consists of 29,000 transistors. Let us compare the 8085 microprocessor and 8086 microprocessor. When we compare it with size, the 8085 is a 8-bit microprocessor whereas 8086 is a 16-bit microprocessor. Coming to the address buses, 8085 has 16-bit address bus while 8086 has 20-bit address bus. Coming to the memory, 8085 can access up to 64 kilobytes of memory whereas 8086 can access up to 1 megabytes of memory. The instructions of 8085 does not have an instruction queue whereas 8086 has an instruction queue. 8085 does not support a pipelined architecture while 8086 supports a pipelined architecture. Coming to the input output, the 8085 can address 2 to the power 8, that is 256 IOs, whereas 8086 can address 2 to the power 16, that is equal to 65,536 IOs. When comparing to the cost of 8085 is low whereas the 8086 is a bit higher than 8085. Let us now discuss about the architecture of 8085 microprocessor. The 8085 microprocessor consists of bus interface unit. This bus interface unit fetches instructions, reads data from memory and IO ports, and writes data to memory and IO ports. And it consists of a execute unit. This execute unit execute instructions that have already been fetched by the bus interface unit. The bus interface unit and execute unit functions separately. Let us discuss in detail about the bus interface unit. The bus interface unit manages the data, address and control buses. The bus interface unit functions in such a way that it fetches the sequenced instructions from the memory. It finds the physical address of the location in the memory where the instruction is stored. I will tell you what is physical address and how the physical address is being generated in the proceeding. It manages the 6 bytes prefetch queue where the pipelined instructions are being stored. An 8086 microprocessor exhibits a property of pipelining the instruction in a queue while performing decoding and execution of previous instructions. This saves the processor time of operation by a large amount. This pipelining is done in a 6-byte queue. Also, the bus interface unit consists of 4 segment registers. Each segment register is of 16 bits. The segments are present in the memory and these registers hold the address of all segments. We will discuss the registers in the preceding slides. Segment register. Before discussing in detail about the segment register, let us see what is segmentation. Segmentation is the process in which the main memory of computer is divided into different segments and each segment has its own base address. Segmentation is used to increase the execution speed of computer system so that processor can able to fetch and execute the data from the memory easily and fastly. As I have told, the 8086 consists of 1 megabytes of memory. This 1 megabytes of memory is divided into segments of up to 64 kilobytes each. The 8086 can directly address 4 segments at a particular time, and the program obtain access to code and data in the segments by changing the segment register content to point to the desired segments. First, we will discuss about the code segment. It is a 16-bit register and holds the address of the instruction or program stored in the code segment of the memory. The code segment contains the base or start of the current code segment. The IP is nothing but of the instruction pointer, which is a default register that is used by the processor in order to get the desired instruction. The instruction pointer contains the offset address of the next byte that is to be taken from the code segment. The bus interface unit computes the 20-bit physical address by logically shifting the content of the code segment 4 bits to the left and then adding the 16-bit content of the instruction pointer. So what it will do is, it will first shift the left shift the content of code segment by 4 bits. Then it is going to add the left shifted 4 bits of code segment with the instruction pointer's content, by means of which the physical address is being generated. The physical address is of 20 bits. That is, all instructions of a program or relative to the content of the code segment register multiplied by 16 and then offset is added provided by the instruction pointer. Next, about data segment. This data segment register is also a 16-bit register. It points to the current data segments. Operand for most instructions are being fetched from this segment. The 16-bit content of source index or destination index or a 16-bit displacement are used as offset for computing the 20-bit physical address. That is, the bus interface unit computes the 20-bit physical address by logically shifting the content of data segment 4 bits to the left and then adding the 16-bit content of source index register or destination index register. I will repeat it. The bus interface unit computes the 20-bit physical address by logically shifting the data segment content by left and then it is going to add the 16-bit content of source index register or destination index register, by means of which the 20-bit physical address is generated. Next, about stack segment register. It is also a 16-bit register. It points to the current stack. The 20-bit physical stack address is calculated from the stack segment and the stack pointer. The extra segment register is also a 16-bit register. Points to the extra segment in which data is stored. The string instruction uses the extra segment and destination index to determine the 20-bit physical address for the destination. Next, about the instruction pointer. So the instruction pointer is also a 16-bit register. It always points to the next instruction to be executed within the currently executing code segment. So this register contains the 16-bit offset address pointing to the next instruction code within the 64 kilobytes of code segment area. It is automatically incremented as the execution of the next instruction takes place. The memory in 8086 based system is organized as segmented memory. The central processing unit of 8086 is able to address 1 megabytes of memory, and the complete physically available memory may be divided into number of logical segments. The size of each segment is 64 kilobytes. A segment is an area that begins at any location which is divisible by 16. A segment may be located anywhere in the memory. Each of the segments can be used for a specific function. Code segment is used for storing the instructions. The stack segment is used as a stack and is used to store the return addresses. The data and extra segments are used for storing data bytes. In the assembly language programming, more than one data or code or stack segment can be defined, but only one segment of each type can be accessed at any time. I will repeat it. In the assembly language programming, more than one data, code or stack segment can be defined, but only one segment of each type can be accessed at any time. The 4 segments are code segment, data segment, extra segment and stack segments. A segment is a 64 kilobyte block of memory. The 16-bit content of the segment register in the bus interface unit actually points to the starting location of a particular segment. The advantages of segmented memory scheme is it allows the memory capacity to be 1 MB, although the actual address to be handled are of 16-bit size. It allows placing of code, data and stack portions of the same program in different parts of memory for data and code protection. It permits a program and or its data to be put into different areas of memory each time program is executed. That is, provision for relocation may be done. The segment registers are used to allow the instruction, data or stack portion of a program to be more than 64 kilobytes long. The above can be achieved by using more than one code, data or stack segment. Now we will see how the physical address is being formed in 8086 microprocessor. The instruction pointer register contains a 16-bit value that defines the location of the next instruction to be fetched from the code segment. It contains the offset or effective address of the next instruction instead of its physical address. The instruction pointer and code segment are both 16-bit registers, but a 20-bit address is needed to access the memory. The offset in the instruction pointer is combined with the starting address of code segment to generate 20-bit physical address of the next instruction. The offset or effective address is a 16-bit address which points to a memory location within a segment. Every time an instruction is fetched from memory, 8086 update instruction pointer by incrementing it by 2 instead of 1 as in 8085 because it reads 2 bytes of data at a time. The 20-bit physical address is generated by adding the 16-bit content of a segment register with an 16-bit offset value, also called as effective address, which is stored in a corresponding default register either in instruction pointer or base index register, that is source index or destination index, base pointer or stack pointer. Different segments have different default registers for offset. For example, instruction pointer is default offset register for code segment, and destination index or source index are default offset for data segment. Destination index is the default offset for extra segment. Base pointer and stack pointer are the offset values for stack segment. It is being shown in the figure also. The bus interface unit always appends 4 zeros automatically to the 16-bit register of a segment register because it knows the starting address of a segment always ends with 4 zeros. Let us see some examples now. The first example, calculate the beginning and ending address of the data segment assuming the register is DS is equal to E000H. So the starting address is E000H and we have to find the ending address, right? So the end is nothing but of FFFF. So it starts from the memory starts from 000 to FFFF. So 000 to FFFF, that is known. So it is being added with FFFF now. So here the given thing is of E 0 0 0, which is being added with a 0 first, and it is being added with FF. So we will be getting EFF. So the starting address is E0000, and the ending address for data segment is of EFFFF. So this is nothing but of the physical address, ending physical address, and this is nothing but of the starting physical address for the data segment which is being given in the example. Let us see an example of physical address generation for code segment. So the code segment consists of a data of 38A, 348A. 348A is nothing but of the data which is being in the code segment. The offset for the code segment is the instruction pointer, and the instruction pointer holds a value of 4 to 14. So the code segment value is 4 bits shifted, left shifted, that is nothing but of adding a 0. 348A0 plus the offset value which is being in the instruction pointer is added, by means of which 38AB4H is being obtained, and this is nothing but of the 20-bit physical address. Right? Now we will see the example for generating the physical address for data segment. Assume that the data segment is holding a value of 05C0. Right? So this is nothing but of the segment register content, data segment registers content. It is being 4-bit left shifted, so 0 is being added. Right? So the offset for data segment is, it can be from source index register or from data index register. Here in this example it is given as source index register. The source index register consists of a value of 0050 that is being added with the content of data segment register, which is being 4 bits left shifted. So by means of adding it, a new address is being generated. That new address is nothing but of 20-bit physical address. So this is how the physical address, 20-bit physical address, is being generated by means of the processor. Now let us see an example of generating physical address for stack segment. So stack segment is holding a value of 0A00, and the offset address of stack segment will be in stack pointer. So the stack pointer is holding 0100. So the stack segment is being left shifted, 4 bits left shifted. After 4 bits of left shifting the segment register, will be getting A000, that is being added with the offset value which is being in the stack pointer. So that value is being taken and it is being added. By means of adding, a new 20-bit physical address is being generated. This is how 20-bit physical address is being generated for each and every segments in the memory. Another example is also shown here. Calculate the physical address corresponding to the logical address D470 in the extra segment, and repeat for logical address D490 in the stack segment. Assume the segment definition ES is equal to 52B9 and stack segment is equal to 5D27. So here we have to find the physical address for extra segment and stack segment. So first we will start doing with extra segment ES. So for extra segment, the physical, we have to find the physical address, right? So the actual address which is being in the extra segment is D470. So this D470 is being left shifted and it is being added with 5 to B9, by means of which a 20-bit physical address is being generated. The same is being done for finding the stack segment. For stack segment, the offset will be in the stack pointer, right? That is being taken and a new address is being generated. Next block in the bus interface unit is nothing but of the instruction queue. The bus interface unit uses a mechanism known as instruction stream queue to implement a pipeline architecture. This queue permits prefetch of up to 6 bytes of instruction codes. Whenever the queue of bus interface unit is not full, it has room for at least 2 more bytes, and at the same time the execution unit is not requesting it to read or write operands from memory. The bus interface unit is free to look ahead in the program by prefetching the next sequential instructions. These prefetching instructions are held in its first in first out queue. With its 16-bit data bus, the bus interface unit fetches 2 instruction bytes in a single memory cycle. After a byte is loaded at the input end of the queue, it automatically shifts up through the first in first out to empty location nearest the output. The execution unit accesses the queue from the output end. It reads one instruction byte after the other from the output of the sequence. The interval of no bus activity which may occur between bus cycles are known as ideal states. Let us start discussing about the execution unit now. The execution unit decodes and executes the instructions. A decoder in the execution unit control system translate the instructions. A 16-bit ALU is an execution unit which performs arithmetic and logical operations. It consists of 4 general purpose registers AX, BX, CX and DX. It also consists of a stack pointer and base pointer. These two are called as pointer registers, and it also consists of index registers, like we will be calling this index registers as source index registers and destination index register, each of 16 bits. Some of the 16-bit registers can be used as 2 8-bit registers, as AX can be used as AH and AL, BX can be used as BH and BL, CX can be used as CH and CL, and DX can be used as DH and DL. Let us see in detail about each and every registers of execution unit. First, we will start with accumulator register, that is AX register. It consists of 2 8-bit registers AL and AH, which can be combined together and used as a 16-bit register AX. AL in this case contains the lower order byte of the word and AH contains the higher order byte. The IO instruction uses the AX or AL for inputting or outputting 16 or 8-bit data to or from an IO port. Multiplication and division instruction also uses the AX or AL register. Next, BX register or base register. It consists of 2 8-bit registers BL and BH, which can be combined together and used as a 16-bit register BX. BL in this case contains the lower order byte of the word and BH contains the higher order byte. This is the only general purpose register whose contents can be used for addressing the 8086 memory. All memory references utilizing this register content for addressing uses DS as a default segment register. Next about counter register or CX register. It consists of 8-bit registers CL and CH which can be combined together and used as a 16-bit register as CX. When combined, CL register contains the lower order byte of the word and CH contains the higher order byte. Instructions such as shift, rotate and loop uses the contents of CX as a counter. For example, the instruction loop start automatically decrements the CX by 1 without affecting flags and will check if CX is equal to 0. If it is 0, 8086 execute the next instruction, otherwise the 8086 branches to the label start. Data register. It consists of two 8-bit registers DL and DH which can be combined together and used as a 16-bit register DX. It is used to hold the high 16-bit results in 16 cross 16 multiplication or high 16-bit dividend data before a 32 divided by 16 division and the 16-bit remainder after division. Stack pointer and base pointer. Stack pointer and base pointers are used to access data in the stack segment. Stack pointer is used as an offset from the current stack segment during execution of instruction that involves the stack segment in the external memory. Stack pointer contents are automatically updated, that is incremented or decremented due to the execution of pop or push instructions. Base pointer contains an offset address in the current stack segment which is used by instruction utilizing the based addressing mode. Source index and destination index registers. These registers are used in indexed addressing. Instruction that process data string uses the source index and destination index register together with data segment and extra segment respectively in order to distinguish between the source and destination addresses. Let us discuss about the flag registers of 8086 microprocessor. Carry flag. This flag is set when there is a carry out of MSB in case of addition or a borrow in case of subtraction. Parity flag. This flag is set to 1 if the lower byte of the result contains even number of ones. For odd number of ones, it is set to 0. Auxiliary carry flag. This is set if there is a carry from the lowest nibble, that is bit 3 during addition, or borrow for the lowest nibble, that is bit 3 during subtraction. Zero flag. This flag is set if the result of the computation or comparison performed by an instruction is 0. Sign flag. This flag is set when the results of any computation is negative. Trap flag. If this flag is set, the processor enters single step execution mode by generating internal interrupts after the execution of each instruction. Interrupt flag. It causes the 8086 to recognize external mask interrupts. Clarify interrupt flag disables these interrupts. Clearing interrupt flag disable these interrupts. Direction flag. This is used by string manipulation instructions. If this flag bit is 0, the string is processed beginning from the lowest address to the highest address, that is auto incrementing mode. Otherwise, the string is processed from the highest address towards the lowest address, that is auto decrementing mode. Overflow flag. This flag is set if an overflow occurs. That is, if the result of a signed operation is large enough to accommodate in a destination register. The result is of more than 7 bits in size in case of 8-bit signed operation and more than 15 bits in case of 16-bit signed operation. Then overflow will be set. Let us have a quick look on the registers available in 8086 microprocessor. So the 8086 register are categorized into 4 groups. They are called as general purpose registers, which can be of 16-bit or 8 bits. If it is of 16-bit, they are of 4 groups: AX, BX, CX and DX. When these registers are being separated into 8-bit registers, then we are having 8 general purpose registers as AL, AH combined together called as AX, BL, BH combined together called as BX, CL, CH combined together called as CX, and DL, DH combined together called as DX. And it also consists of a 16-bit flag register. It has a 16-bit pointer register. They are of stack pointer and base pointer, and it consists of a 16-bit index register, source index register and destination index register. A instruction pointer is there which is of 16 bits, and it consists of segment registers of 16 bit. There are 4 segment registers named as code segment, data segment, stack segment and extra segment. Let us discuss about the registers and its special functions. AX, it is a 16-bit accumulator. It stores the 16-bit results of arithmetic and logical operation. AL, 8-bit accumulator, stores the 8-bit result of arithmetic and logical operation. BX, base register, used to hold base value in base addressing mode to access memory data. CX, count register, used to hold the count value in shift, rotate and loop instructions. DX, data register, used to hold data for multiplication and division operations. SP, stack pointer, used to hold the offset address of top stack memory. BP, base pointer, used to hold the base value in base address using stack segment register to access data from the stack memory. Source index, used to hold index value of source operand for string instructions. Data index, used to hold the index value of destination operation for string operations. So far, we have discussed the operation of various sections of bus interface unit and execution unit. Now, we will have a look at the overall process cycle of 8086 microprocessor. So, basically, when an instruction is to be fetched from the memory, then firstly its physical address must be calculated, and this is done at the bus interface unit. The physical address of an instruction is given as physical address is equal to segment address into 10 plus offset. For example, suppose the segment address is 2000H and the offset address is 4356H. So the generated physical address is 24,356H. Here the code segment register provides the base address of the code segment, which is combined with the offset address. The code segment contains the instructions. Each time an instruction is fetched, the offset address inside the code segment gets incremented. So once the physical address of an instruction is calculated by the bus interface unit of the processor, it sends the memory location by the address bus to memory. Further, the desired instruction at the memory location, which is present in the form of the opcode, is fetched by the microprocessor through the data bus. Suppose the instruction is add BL, CL, but inside the memory it will be in the form of an opcode. So this opcode is sent to the control unit. The control unit decodes the opcode and generates control signals that informs the BL and CL register to release the value stored in it. Also, it signals the ALU to perform add operation on that particular data. It is noteworthy that in any instructions like add BL, CL, BL denotes the destination of the instruction of the add operation. This clearly shows that whatever the operation is performed, its results must be stored in the first register, that is BL for this particular example. Let us take another example considering an instruction add CL, 05H. This means that the operand which is 05 is to be added with the data present in the CL register and is stored in the particular register, that is CL. In such condition, the operand is not provided to the control unit as only the opcode is required to be decoded by the control unit. Hence, the operand is directly provided to the ALU. Also, the status of this result is stored in the flag register. So, whenever ALU carries out an operation, it simultaneously generates the result as well as its status. It is to be noteworthy that in bus interface unit, pipelining fails whenever there is branching in the instruction. This is because generally instructions are present in the sequential manner, but sometimes the instructions are required to be executed unsequentially. However, in the queue, the instructions are stored sequentially. So in case there exists a need for any random instruction to be decoded, the opcode stored in the queue will become invalid and must be cleared at that particular time. So this is all about the block diagram and working of 8086 microprocessor. We will discuss about the memory organization of 8086 microprocessor and pin details of 8086 microprocessor in the next video. Thank you.